What's up, everybody? Welcome into a new episode of the Rapala Collegiate Bass Podcast. An exciting week here coming up for the Association of Collegiate Anglers, the first event of 2026 on the Bass Pro Shops Collegiate Bass Fishing Series, the CrushCity Hartwell Slam presented by Sufix, taking place at Lake Hartwell, Anderson, South Carolina, Green Pond Landing this weekend. Today's guests, Peyton Harris and Dalton Head from top-ranked University of Montevallo. The last time that the ACA was at Lake Hartwell, they got the win that last May in 2025 for the Collegiate Bass Fishing Championship presented by Bass Pro Shops. Peyton, here real quick, just your anticipation to start the year for the ACA 2026 and get out on the water, as the spring is always an exciting time to go out and go fishing.
Yeah, super excited. Spring's one of my favorite times to go fishing. We're really excited to see what it's going to be like. The weather is going to be weird, so I don't really know. We don't really have any preconceived notion. Neither one of us have ever been to Hartwell this time of year, so we don't really know what to expect. The weather's, like I said, it's going to be weird, up and down temperatures, lots of wind, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we put a lake preview out this week, just yesterday rather, taking a look at the conditions and how things were going to set up. And like you were talking about, I think it was in the 80s yesterday. The high today was in the 60s. It's going to warm back up for a couple more days. And then on the tournament days, the high temperature is going to drop by 15 or 20 degrees again. During the spring, anybody familiar with springtime fishing, is those fish are wanting to move up shallow. Drastic weather changes like this could do a lot to the fish, or it may not. Some of them may be committed and want to go ahead and stay up shallow. Dalton, game plan, as y'all said, y'all haven't really fished here this time of year, not really any preconceived notions going into practice and into tournament competition. Are y'all going to be pretty open and let the fish talk to you? Or are you going to commit to trying to find bed fish or pre-spawn bass? What's the game plan, at least to start practice?
I feel like we're definitely going to be open to what the fish are doing, or, what we see them doing. Because that's a big lake, and, it's pretty hard to figure them out sometimes. So with the weather and the conditions the way they are, we're just going to kind of see what looks best to us and kind of hopefully find something we can commit to and see how it develops during the tournament. So that's kind of the plan right now, is to just go find anything that looks like it could win a tournament and see where they move and see how it develops.
Said you guys don't have a ton of past history. Peyton, will there be any, obviously it's a different pattern, but maybe the area of the lake holds the same quality of fish throughout the year, what y'all caught them on last year in the early summer to win the ACA's National Championship tournament? Will you go keep that honest and at least see what's going on in that area? Is that something that might kind of make sense, whether it's, the quality fish live there or you want to duplicate that pattern? Talk about a little bit, while you don't have a lot of past history, you've won a tournament here. Is there any inclination to want to go check on that and see if there's anything that you can kind of run across the lake and duplicate a pattern or find similar areas that you might know from the past?
Yeah, I don't know. We kind of utilized the whole lake last time, and we're probably going to have to do that again. Just running around, hitting a bunch of places, and just seeing, letting the fish tell us where they're at rather than trying to force anything. Typically, when we try to force something, it never works out in our favor. So we're just going to let the fish tell us what to do, and probably look from one end to the other, and just that's what we've always done. We've always just utilized the entire lake. So we're just going to go in with an open mind and try to figure them out.
Myself, personally, I don't have a lot of experience, none rather, fishing blueback herring fisheries. Dalton, is there what goes into your game plan at all if you want to try and figure out what those bait fish are doing and how the bass are relating to them now? As in the summer you maybe caught a little bit of a spawn or they were active in the morning and then they'd go down. Right now during the spring they may set up different, they may or may not be more active. Talk a little bit about how being on a fishery where that bait fish really defines how these fish set up a lot might affect y'all's game plan and the way you go about targeting the fish.
Yeah, this place is super bait oriented, especially this time of year. Those spawners and even some pre-spawners will set up on herring and a herring spawn. So, the weather really isn't setting up great for it, but usually when the herring gets up there, it's usually up there for a little while. So maybe like in our first 2 days of practice or 3 or whatever, we can figure out where that bait is. And usually whenever you find the herring, you find the winning fish. So hopefully we can run across some herring that are up spawning or at least in a good area for the bass to feed them.
Yeah, it's always interesting to watch that play out because then, too, the baits, the colors, the size and style of your presentations will morph and change to fit what the blueback herring are doing and what they look like. Those baits, as we mentioned, that article, Lake Preview article, get over to collegiatebasschampionship.com. This event, the CrushCity Hartwell Slam, presented by Sufix. We took a look at several baits in the family of Rapala products that might be key players here this week for the first ACA Double Points event of 2026. Peyton, some of those baits that we mentioned, combination of jerk baits, crank baits, some soft plastics, whether it be you're looking at live scope and trying to cast those fish, or you're sight fishing up shallow and pitching baits in. Talk a little bit about what y'all might have rigged up to go out in search of bites during practice.
Yeah, man, to be honest, I think we got everything but the kitchen sink in the boat. We really like, when I tell you we don't have a set game plan, I mean it. Like, we've got everything from big minnows and big heads to hit fish deep and drains to like little itty bitty finesse worms to go throw at fish up shallow that might be cruising. Like, we've got everything from top to bottom, deep to shallow. We're planning on looking at everything and just trying to figure out what the biggest fish on the lake are doing right now. So, I mean, it could be a combination. It could be deep and shallow. We could commit shallow. We could commit deep. We really have no idea yet.
Dalton, kind of piggyback on that, as you guys have reiterated several times, not really sure what's going to be happening. Haven't been here this time of year, trying to kind of fly by the seat of your pants, tie everything on, go out and get bites. As you prepare for practice to start here, what does it look like when you go into a tournament without a real idea what's going on? Do you guys start to pick a section of the lake and eliminate places? Kind of talk about your thought process and how you go about trying to lock in on a winning pattern throughout practice, whether it's, targeting specific types of banks, a specific section of the lake, or anything of that nature.
Yeah, I know, like, when we really don't have many preconceived notions, we like to pick sections. Like, I'm sure, like, on this truck drive up to Hartwell, pick a section, then we'll be like, all right, we're going to break down this section, and then the next day we'll break down the next section, and then hopefully by, the last day of practice, we have a section that, is a little better than the other one, or is developing a little bit more, or you can just tell it's a little ahead, or, you usually see something, and, you kind of make that decision during practice, and hopefully we can find something like that for sure.
We're talking with Peyton Harris and Dalton Head from top-ranked University of Montevallo. They will be set to compete in the upcoming CrushCity Hartwell Slam presented by Sufix this upcoming weekend. Roughly a little over 280 teams registered to compete at this point. Major double points on the line to count towards the Bass Pro Shop School of the Year presented by Abu Garcia will be on the line, as they do hold that top spot. 25,020 points coming in right now as we're recording this. We'll work on another points update, and obviously this being double points once we come out of it will have an even greater bearing on the way that national race looks to be the top-ranked team in the country, being the top 25, you name it, as we wind down here with just a little under 2 months to go or so once the CrushCity Hartwell Slam presented by Sufix wraps up. Peyton, talk real quick, man, the season so far. Just kind of tell us how it's all played out. We had some of your teammates on recently as y'all did jump up into that number one spot for the first time this year. Maybe taking it over a little later in the race than you guys normally do, whether that's based on the schedule or the competition around you guys. Talk a little bit about how it's progressed so far for the team to get to this point in March where you guys are holding the top spot.
Yeah, man. For the team as a whole, it's just been a really good year. The boys have been catching them really well, especially since January. The team has just done some amazing things this year with getting wins and getting really high finishes. So it's shaping up good, but there's a lot of season left, so we can't solidify anything yet. We still have a lot of fishing left to do and got to go catch them.
Couple more questions apiece, and then we'll be done here, guys. Dalton, I believe the last time that we were here during the spring, I know for a fact that Nick and Easton won, and I want to say that y'all's next highest finishing team maybe finished in second, or at least was right around that top 5, top 10. Placing two teams in the top 10 is definitely a strong game plan for anybody that wants to have success in the Bass Pro Shop School of the Year presented by Abu Garcia. To follow that and be able to achieve that week in and week out, we'll have you right there in the hunt as we wind down to crown that winner in just a couple of weeks. Talk real quick about what a successful week would look like for Montevallo. Obviously, first and second, is the best anyone can do competing in this tournament. What is y'all's mindset in terms of trying to achieve that here over the next couple of days?
Yeah, first and second's always the plan every single time we go to an event. The objective is to win, and our next highest finishing boat to be right there behind them. It's just super important that we do well in this tournament. Like you said, it's been a tight race and it's been a little later, but I feel like we're fishing really well as a team right now, and I'm just super excited to really see how this week unfolds.
All right, one more question apiece here. Peyton, talk real quick, just 2 months left. What are the emotions like? Maybe what's the message coach is preaching to the team here coming into the last ACA event before the Triple Points Collegiate Bass Fishing Championship presented by Bass Pro Shops in May? What's the vibe like amongst the team? What's the message being shared for y'all to achieve the ultimate goal of what you want and claiming that 6th straight title?
Yeah, the message has been that it's not over, and we can't be complacent with where we're at right now, and we have to keep the foot on the gas. And only way to do that is just to keep going out and keep fishing good and keep making good decisions on the water like we've been doing so far. And if we do that, I think we can come out on top.
All right, Dalton, last question for you. As we talk to many Montevallo anglers, it feels like over the last couple of years, it's Easton and Nick, it's you guys, it's even sophomores, juniors, you name it. The entirety of y'all's careers at Montevallo has ended each season with y'all winning the Bass Pro Shop School of the Year presented by Abu Garcia. What would it mean to be able to experience that feeling again this season? As you guys, I believe, maybe in your 4th, 5th years, to be able to win those many titles consecutively, what would that mean for y'all and your accomplishments as college anglers?
I know that it means a lot to me and Peyton because we've been here 5 years now and we've won and are been a part of winning a championship every single year, and it just means a lot to end it with our 5th year with another School of the Year title. It'd be pretty impressive to say that we've been here 5 years and been a part of 5 School of the Year titles. So I know that's something we're shooting for, and that's a big deal for us.
Appreciate your time here today, guys. Safe travels over to Lake Hartwell, Anderson, South Carolina for the first ACA event of 2026 on the Bass Pro Shops Collegiate Bass Fishing Series. That will be the CrushCity Hartwell Slam presented by Sufix, taking place this weekend. Be sure to get over there and stay on our website as well as social media. CollegiateBassChampionship.com will be the place to find anything and everything, live blog, leaderboards, tournament stream, you name it, it'll all be found right there on our website. Stay plugged in over the next couple days and throughout the weekend to see who will take home that tournament title. Guys, best of luck in that event, and we'll see you all soon.
Thank you.
Welcome to Minnow King. How can I help you?
Everything looks good. I'm friggin' starving, man. Been spawning all morning.
Ugh, TMI, bro. What do you want?
I'll take a CrushCity freeloader and gizzard shad.
Anything to drink.
Water.
Pull ahead, please. Welcome to Minnow King.
We're gonna have what he's had.
Yeah, throw me in a Ned BLT too.
Pull ahead, please.
Calm down. Quit feeding him so much.
Hey, man, I'm trying to, man. If you
If you overfeed him, he's gonna hide under a log.